I've actually chosen one of the worst fabrics I have in my collection. It's a fabric I bought years ago. I don't know what was going through my mind. It's quite horrific. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and today I have some neat sewing to share with you. I've been collecting fabric that I've thought was pretty in the past for quite a long time. I actually have a box full of them. Things I think, oh, this is just not me anymore. What was I thinking? And some of them I use them for test garments when I'm pattern testing. Sometimes it's really useful to have the same type of fabric to do the test. And then I end up wearing them as pajamas or house things, you know. I don't mind things that I don't like to be inside the house because at least I know part of me in the deep down likes maybe 10% of it. When I bought the fabric, I probably liked 80% of it. And maybe I bought them because they were at a good price or whatnot, or I was overwhelmed with so many prints. These are all prints, the ones that I just have questions about later. They're not solids. So there's this particular print that I bought in 2018. It's a rayon spandex, 95% rayon, 5% spandex. It's extremely soft. The colors are vibrant, all of that thing. I even like the color combination, although over time, I'm just questioning the print itself. I find it's a little bit clownish. And now I'm going to just disclaimer here. Whenever you hear me talking about things, I'm talking about my opinion, obviously, because it's my channel. So it's opinions. If you find it pretty, don't feel offended because I find it ugly, please. I have had comments like that in the past where someone's really extremely offended that I didn't like something that they thought was beautiful. But remember, this is my channel and I'm just expressing opinions. And at the end of the day, it's just fabric, you know, it's just fabric. So I actually find my eyes hurt a little bit when I see the print, but I decided to make it up. And now I'm quite happy because when I wear it, it feels so soft. Rayon spandex is like that. And all the fabrics I've bought in the past, I've destined to be sleepwear, loungewear, pajamas. I'm not making clothes to go out in because I just don't feel great in rayon spandex out on the street. I feel like I'm wearing pajamas. So that is the deal. What pattern am I using? I'm using the Juliet from Love Notions. This is a pattern that is the feature Friday today. It means it's over 50% off. It's a great price, $6. There's a lot of options in this pattern. I've already made 4 versions. Fabric wise, I think the drapey fabrics are going to work the best because there is a round yoke feature here on the front with a little bit of gathers above the bust. And for that to look nice, it has to be something drapey. So the fabrics I've used in the past have been a sweater knit, which was great, drapey, super soft, amazing. I've used ITY, also amazingly drapey. I've used a really thin athletic knit. The drape is gorgeous as well. And the other one I've used is a little heavier athletic knit. The drape is not that amazing, but the hack I did to that one made it work where the gathers a little bit more noticeable. But because of the hack I did, that wasn't an issue. I'll leave you my affiliate link in the description box and also at the top of the comment section, pinned, easy to find. If you click there, it'll take you directly to the website. If you do end up purchasing through my link, I do receive a small commission back from Tammy, the owner of Love Notions. That's one way you can support the work I do here on YouTube, creating fun sewing content for you to enjoy at home. So this is perfect for rayon spandex, the Juliet. All those gathers here are beautiful. Now the Juliet has a yoke here that has several options. 3 actually. You can cut a plain yoke, which is what I've done with this rayon spandex, or you can do a fake button placket, or you can also add pin tucks and the button placket. So many things you can do with that little yoke right there. And I've done a mix of all of these in my previous versions, but for this one I kept it really simple. I think this is a really fun pattern. It can definitely be a pajama for sure. It would be perfect for a pajama. It just depends on the fabric that you use, the look that it's going to have. My pattern to fabric pairing here with rayon spandex, I think is amazing, spot on. You might have seen a peek of the fabric on the thumbnail, let's be honest, but you got to see the full glory of the ugliness of this fabric. I'll leave it towards the end. I want to show you my previous versions, my comments around them, so you can get a good idea about the pattern. And then I'll be back to show you this new version. Yeah, you just wait and see. Love this Juliet top in an athletic knit. I've highlighted certain features by using different parts of the print here. So that's why the yoke looks a different color, but is actually the same fabric. It's just the way I cut it. Got a little detail on the back. Now you might notice that the hem is curved. That's not part of the original design. And I had originally made it with the straight hem, but I changed it later because I thought this round curved yoke in the front really matched an exaggerated curved hem. So that's something I did a year later after making it. And it's really, really nice. I love it. Love that it's so much shorter here on the sides, covers my bottom. Great for working out. Love it. My front yoke is super noticeable because I have two types of fabrics here, although they were in the same fabric. This print was just like a border around this, so it's perfect. You can really see it. The pin tags are beautiful there. The little fake button placket and the two black buttons, beautiful. I made another yoke at the back. I just cut into the piece and added seam allowance. That's not part of it, but I wanted to tie in these light fabrics here on the top. This one has been super practical for me. It's nice and flowy. It's got lots of airflow underneath. It's an athletic knit. So it's been great to work out in, but also to wear as a cute top. Love the curved hem. Love it. It's one of my favorite tops. Another Juliet top, this one in an ITY, super fresh. This one has a simple yoke, no details. You'll see up closer. And it's got the same curved hem hack that you saw in the previous one. Love the colors, gray here, everything. Think this goes really well over fitted pants like these. So that's really nice. Check out this print. It's really cool. Gathers right here for beautifully with the ITY. There is the front yoke. It's curved, but it's got no details, which is an option you can do as well. The gathers come from here. I've got binding finish. Very nice. Love to have this one. I love the curved hem hack. I think I would always make them like this. I just think it really suits the roundness here of the yoke. This is the first Juliet top I made during the pattern test, 2023, I think. And right now it's a size above what I'm sewing right now. So it's a little looser. It's still amazing. So if you want to size up one, I think you'll be okay if you want something more relaxed. Sweater knit, sleeves, gorgeous print, super drapey sweater knit, which is what I wanted because of all the gathering details here on the front. But check out this print and the burgundy colors here. It's really unique sweater knit, amazingly soft. And because it's nice and loose now, I think it's nice with fitted pants like these. So yeah, this is super, super nice. But you got to see the details up. This one has all the yoke details. This was my tester garment during the pattern test, so I wanted to sew as many details as possible. So there is the round yoke. There are the pin tags, beautiful, love them. Fake button placket and 3 little buttons. Super, super nice. This is the only one that has sleeves. It's a sweater version. It's got the original hem length and style, which is straighter. The other ones you saw, the looser tank styles, a curved hem. But this is super nice as well. Right now, it's feeling a little oversized because I sewed this when I was a size extra large. I'm now sewing a size large. But with a sweater, it doesn't matter. It's still super nice. If you want something more relaxed, size up, you'll be fine. Love this one. Fabric is just so soft. This is a Juliet top I made last year as part of a capsule wardrobe situation. It's a beige athletic knit and you can see it's much shorter. I hacked it to have the length of the Lennox, which is another pattern from Love Notions, and I added the hemband there, so it's more like a shorter top. I've got it over a knit skirt that has a yoga waistband, so the waistband and the hemband sort of overlap there, and I think it's really pretty. I had to stretch the hemband quite a lot to fit the bottom, so it ends up looking like it's got a little bit of a ruffle there. Just blouses over and it's a really cute hack. These colors are hard to film, but you can see the front yoke here with the fake button placket with the little buttons. I've got a binding finish here and same type of binding here. And then all the gathers that come from underneath. Very pretty. It's a super cute top that I love to wear. It goes really well under jackets. And because it's a beige tone, it's something unheard of in my wardrobe. It's not beige, I'd say it's off-white. So it's pretty handy. It's a staple and I love it. I think the Juliet hack here worked really well because it's not supposed to be like this, but you can make things happen when you love to sew. So this new one, because I've made it so many times, the fabric was easy to work with. It only took about an hour and a half to sew. Now I knew I wanted a pajama, but I didn't want a pajama top. I wanted a nightie because that's what I like. It's the type of pajama that I enjoy the most. Even for summer or winter, I make them sleeveless, but a good 4 or 5 inches above the knee, that's my favorite type of pajama because I don't need bottoms like shorts or pants to go with them, just my undies. So I think that's the perfect length. Now the Juliet doesn't come in a dress version, but I made it into a dress. And I'll show you some photos here of the easy pattern modification I did. I basically chose a couple of inches above the hem, about 5 inches above the hem for the front and the back, just cut through it, spread it by 8 inches, which is the amount I wanted to add, 20 centimeters. And I didn't add paper, I didn't do any of that. All I did was place it on the fold on the fabric directly, measure the gap of the fabric that I wanted, and just spread it out, and then I just cut it. Spread my pattern pieces apart while on the fabric, pin it all down. I drew a little line on the side to join them up, and then I went boom with my rotary cutter, and that was it. By spreading it above the hem means I have a true hem and a nice continuous flow of the lines of the pattern. The size large has enough ease for this, so I was not worried. And ta-da! It's just the yellow and the polka dots are so big. You know, in theory, I love navy backgrounds. I think that's why I was drawn to it and I bought it in the first place. When I see a navy background, I'm there looking at it closely. So I think that's what pulled me in. But then I really don't like yellow, this two-tone yellow there, that mustardy color. It's a color that really does not suit me at all. So after looking at it for years, because I bought this in 2018, I thought I'll make a skirt out of it. I'll just make shorts. Like, there was no way I could feel good about wearing this on the street. So I always knew someday it would be a type of nightie. So that's what it's become. And I've used the long sleeve. This is the second time I used the long sleeve. I've made one in the sweater knit, as you saw. So I knew the fit was right. I did have to print the pattern all over again though, because the versions I made previously were extra large and now my measurements fall into the size large. So took no time at all to put the PDF pattern piece together. So good. Now it's a pajama, the print is busy. There was no point in me doing any details here like button plackets and pin tags because they would just get lost in there, and it is a nightie. The gathers go beautiful there, super drapey. The back is simple on the fold. The binding, super easy to sew. For this fabric, you can see I left that raw cut edge just like it is. For other bindings, when I use athletic knits, I serge that inner edge not to leave it raw. But for the rayon spandex, I know I would have stretched it out and it would have turned out all wavy and deformed, so I just left it. It's not going to fray. It's perfectly fine. So that's an exception for rayon spandex because I haven't done that with my previous versions. Let's say it's an amazing pajama. And to quote my husband, it's the most terrible thing I've ever made. I just came outside to film this on. And I always go show him. His office is right here next to the door. How about this? And he was like shocked. His face was just, if I could have taken a photograph. He's like, that's terrible. That's terrible. Martin, my son, didn't find it too bad, but I think it's extremely clownish. So let's see it styled with slippers because that's the way it's going to be worn. And then I tried to style it in a sporty way where it could be possible. It would be the only way I would ever wear it out on the street. And it would have to be a very, very, very casual, laid back thing where no one knows me pretty much. But yeah, it's a pajama. I just wanted you to see it styled as normal clothes as well. So let's see it on. The Juliet from Love Lotions. This time I've lengthened it to make it into a nightie. This is a rayon spandex and I am not fond of this fabric. The print actually hurts my eyes a little bit, but it's incredibly soft and very suited for a nightie pajama type thing. You can see my top is longer. It's 8 inches longer, so it's around 4 or 5 inches above the knee. If I wanted to lengthen this to be a dress to wear out to make with a nicer fabric, I would have to lengthen about double that. Totally possible. I've used the single yoke here. The gathers fall beautifully with rayon spandex. Sleeve fit is perfect, shoulder fit, it's all good. This is a size large with a standard bust, and I've got the binding there on the neckline, which turned out amazingly neat. It was a really nice make. I'm very happy to have it. I know I'm going to enjoy wearing it as long as I don't look at it that much. I know my husband is not a fan. My son thinks it's funny. I find the print a little clownish, to be honest, but I had bought it initially. I liked it about 8 years ago. So why not make it into something? And this is perfect for a nightgown, pajama, nightie situation with rayon spandex. The Juliet can be perfect. And it's great because you can also wear it out if you make it in nicer fabrics like I've done in the past. Now, if I were to use this outside someday, I would get this mini dress and put a denim jacket on it and wear sneakers. And this is super casual. I think denim is going to make anything look great. So that's why I have the denim jacket. And yeah, this is one way I could possibly wear this out before the fabric starts getting a little bit ugly looking, because rayon spandex doesn't last looking very vibrant like that for such a long time. So yeah, very casual situation, nice loose dress underneath. That's actually a nightgown. And I could see myself wearing this out like this in some occasion, but it's probably going to just be pajamas. I don't regret making it, even though I'm not a fan of the fabric. I had bought it, might as well use it up, right? I'm going to really enjoy this one. The feel of rayon spandex I think is perfect for loungewear and pajamas. It's just amazing. The reason I don't like it is because right now the colors are vibrant and beautiful, but I'm going to be washing this quite a few times, and just in a little bit the blue is not going to be too blue and it's just going to start looking worn down. So I don't want to put a lot of effort into sewing garments that are not going to last and I'm not going to be able to enjoy for a long time. So that's the reason. But I think if they do look a little worn down as pajamas, that's absolutely fine for me. I'll probably, retire this one when it starts getting extremely ugly, which will be about 2 years' time. I hope you get inspired to make the Juliet as a nightie. I think it's a really great option. If you've got fabric that you're not too happy with, just make something with it that you're not going to wear out. I don't have the possibility here or a sewing circle or other people that sew where I could do like exchange fabric or even sell my fabric. I don't have those options here. I'm quite isolated in sewing. I actually don't know anyone that sews at all in my regular life. Like no one, absolutely no one. So if I made a mistake and bought something I'm not too happy with, I'm going to end up sewing it anyway. So there we go. Have an amazing weekend and I'll see you soon with more sewing here. Bye.